Here's my street bike, my 1978 550K Honda, and I think we're just beyond the season now. I wanted to hold out as long as I could for a warm day, but I think it's time to winterize this. So what I like to do is drain the gas out of it, drain the gas out of the carburetors, and then fill the carbs with some mystery oil and let it set like that for the winter. Undid the gas hose. Now you gotta undo this piece of rubber here, which is easier to do with two hands. And then we'll pop the gas tank off. Here we got the gas draining into my boat gas tank, for lack of a better place to put it right now. Now we're gonna drain the carburetors. That's what those hoses are sitting there for. Okay, we're gonna drain the carbs. And there's one screw right here. On 4 carburetors, we got 4 cylinders here, so we're going to drain each one. They'll all come out here. And I kind of like to catch what comes out just to see what was in the carbs, see if they're dirty or whatever. We got things, this bike is old, the rubber's going on it, etc. So let's drain that out and we'll see what we get. We'll do one carb at a time. Okay, carbs are drained of gas, there wasn't much in. Fill the carbs with mystery oil. Alright, we got enough mystery oil down into the carbs. They'll sit nice for the winter. Another thing I like to do is leave the choke on to close it off. I also like to put something over the ends of the exhaust because critters like to crawl in there. I don't know how the hell they get in there, but they do. They did in my dirt bike, they seized it up. So now I'm going to take off the battery. What I do with the battery is I pull it out and I charge it and then I store it. When I undo the battery from the terminals, I always take the negative off first. That way you're not going to have a risk of arcing the positive when you take it off. There's no chance. It's a good way to store them fully charged. I got this nice little battery charger here. When the green light comes on, it'll be fully charged. Could take like 12 hours because it's a slow charge, which is a good charge, I think. I bought this battery in 2012, so it's 5 years old right now and going strong. A rocket fuse, I guess is what it's called. Okay, so gas tank's finally drained. Figures I filled it up just before I parked it. So a lot of extra gas, but stuff some rags and pipes. And we have to say goodbye until springtime. Well, here we are in the dark basement. And we're going to work on the Ruttman a little more. I just hitched up the clutch brake. I'll show you that in a bit. The main thing I want to do this evening is I want to get this big housing off the carburetor and think of a way to hitch up the linkage so that it works and hopefully still maintain the throttle setup that it has here. Okay, the throttle is hitched right up to the governor. And I just pulled off the ball of the carburetor and it doesn't look too bad, which is good. I'm going to clean them both, and I'd like to get rid of this stuff here, snowblower stuff, and try to find if maybe somebody has a way that they've reconfigured this for a mini bike throttle. These head bolts are really stuck. I had to really pound on them. And if you see, the penetrating oil I put on them has not even penetrated to the threads. I mean, it's actually oozing down now. It was actually about 1/4 of an inch away from it. So, well, one thing I just noticed, if you can see it, is on the seat that it used to be gold metal flake before somebody spray painted over it. Okay, this is kind of crazy, but I have 2 shattered throttles. And I have all the pieces, and I'm going to actually try to JB weld them back together. Will it work? This one's basically split in half. You can see the JB weld on it. I don't know. Another piece in there. Then for the second one, it is missing a chunk out of where the throttle goes in. So that's the throttle. I made this piece out of cardboard. It'll fit right down in there. Approximately the shape of the curve. I guess I'll have to file that out. And then this piece to kind of back behind it. And then I'm going to put wax paper over the front of this so that the JB weld doesn't stick to it. Yeah, I know. Good luck, right?